A good night of Shabbos, Parshas Chikas. Zos Chukas HaTorah. So, we know that the Parah Aduma is one of the things that we don't know the reason. We don't know the reason as to why Shlomo Melech searched for it. Weisz as a chak. But we understand that Torah Shebachsav, it's a chak, but in Chassidus, it's for Chassidus, it's an address. It's a place from where to start. There's levels, there's mitzvahs. There's mitzvahs, there's not to do's, there's the do's, the midas and all that. Then we're in communication from that space. You give me, I'll give you, and then cheshbonis, and then we'll let it go. But then there's something that is on a whole different level. We're talking about chakika, we're talking about chukas, talking about something that's etched in, something that is carved out through and through. So the Rebbe has a mimer here, and it's mamash, it's wild. So we'll just do one or two lines. Let's see. That chukas HaTorah is pshat that it's chakika. The kol HaTorah kafi shehi b'shar shom. Talks about Torah, how it is from its shorish and its makir. Talking about the Torah, that whatever there is, Torah, and then the knowledge that you have from the Torah, that's emanating from the Torah. The oisias are emanating. So it has a source. That what you feel in the center. That's what's aligned with when you're aligned. Torah, understanding this very trippy concepts, very trippy ways, and it's a consciousness of Reb Shimon, a very colorful desire, and also and the Chassidus built from that through the Yekudish, the Atzchaim, and so on. So here we are. The Chassidus just takes it from codes and puts it into color. That's the Baal Shem Tov. He was the Baal Shem. He said something and it happened. So now we see that Shasham he b'chinas oises chakika. We're talking here about chakika means that it's mamash a part of it's atzmas. It's I will see soon if he says the word atzmas. So you gotta be careful with that. So but ultimately that's where it always ends. So in that space, in the essence of Torah, it's from it's from one of the midas, but here it's saying that it's chakika, it's a part of Eibishter itself. Just one of the expressions. And we all know that we are each and every one of us is an ois in the Torah. It's an ois in the Torah that is your expression. So we're talking here about tapping into chakika, the essence of who a Yid is, and that goes a lot. It's brought up that the reason is because the Ummah Ha'olam, they're asking, like, what is this thing that you guys do? You don't even know what you're doing. And we respond, it's a chak. It's chakika. They can't get it. They don't understand what that means. But it means that we are surrendering to something. Surrendering to something that is, B'tachas Hapshitas has to be very, very mindful, very present, very real. The more real it is, the more real it is. As long as there is still ego, then that's in the way of going into Chakika. So we tell them that, we just do it because we were told to do it. No reason. And from that place, we get to step into a place of Chakika. Something that I don't need to understand, something that I have no time, there's nothing, don't understand what I'm doing, I'm just doing it. Bam, it's a chak. And that is paraduma. It's another level of paraduma where it comes to be matar. It's another level of paraduma and an energetic, because that's what we're dealing here with, the hearts and the minds. The gufim already came out of Mitzrayim, the hearts and the minds. So to surrender to that. It's a moment of presence, and when you tap into that moment of presence, which is, I'm doing it because I was told to. So by finding that truth within you, aligning with that truth within you, happens to be that it's the highest level of truth. It is the truth. That's how truth is expressed here in Welt, from the purest way of truth. That's the paraduma. And what that does is, it's matayr, it cleanses, it removes, as mentioned before. So you can have more hasaga in getlichkeit. And if you have more hasaga in getlichkeit, you are dominating more part of your fibers and your cell with high conscience. And if it's high conscience, that means that you are in a relationship with a high conscience vibration. That means that choshech has to move out. So if it's 80% or 50%, then that's how much more the levana is turning into the sun already. That's when right now the levana is small. It receives everything. It's less lemigar maklum, but la'ased lave, it's going to be full color, because it had all level of surrenders. Because it had all level of surrenders. Therefore it can surrender to anything and accept and step in, know when to step in perfect balance. Now, going through a rough time and feeling it may be helpful to tune into a moment of chok. It is because it is, and that, if you tap into that, it could be that screw that holds the whole structure, and everything else will collapse. You may get freed from whatever is holding you, because it's all energetic noise. So if it's being held up by my projections and all my past childhood, whatever it is, but if I step into like kacha, chok, I'm accepting, because everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be, exactly, and feel that, align with that in your stomach, and everything else should fall down. That's another like a deep hit from paraduma. And we have this koya because it comes from a place of oisius chakikis. It's the highest level oisius. It's the highest language spoken anywhere ever. That's what we're talking about. Chakika, pulling from that place. So, okay. We don't know what paraduma is, but apparently there is something going on, right? It's interesting to see every time it's a chak, but now there is a way. Okay, let's go process the chak. It says mamarim from Kabbalah and all that to figure out the code, because it gave an address. It's a high address to be bottled mamash from the core. Core means like that. the pain becomes a part of you. Like this is the avodah now. It's because of para. That's the chak, according to what the Rebbe is saying. Oisis chakikis. That's why it's intense. It's tamas. It's more. There is a squeeze. There is a we're preparing to surrender to from Beis Hamikdash, where we're projecting it, to Beis Hamikdash, where we are internalizing it, and I'm projecting it, I guess. We spoke about that Beis Hamikdash was just a practice so when it's taken away, it's within us. So we need to wake up to the pieces. Chak, paraduma. Have an awesome Shabbos. And I was very grateful for this week. Baruch Hashem. Thank you. Have a good Shabbos.